Welcome to Mustang Rewind. We're going to go back to last year's OUA quarterfinal game between our Western Mustangs and McMaster Marauders. It was a fantastic finish, obviously, for us, and it was one that I definitely remember fondly from my first year at Western. My name is Nate McKibbon. I'm the head coach of women's basketball. Going into the game, we had the best record in Ontario, and our reward was to play the defending national champions on our home court for the very first playoff game. It was a meaningful one for a lot of our players, especially those that have been around for a couple years. I believe Mac had actually knocked us out of the playoffs 2 out of the 3 years prior to. So there was a little bit of a block there with McMaster, and they returned 3 starters from a team, like I said, that won a national championship the year before. We had narrowly beaten them on their court in the regular season. We knew it was going to be a really tough game. We were missing Rachel Fragile, our starting post, who wasn't playing, and in her place, Morgan Taminga was stepping in as a first-year player at the 5 spot. She had some really good performances to finish off the season, so we were confident in her and confident in all of our players. So let's take a look.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, alumni and students alike, for another exciting day of Mustangs basketball. Maharis, we got a treat today for the fans of the purple and white, as the future right now looking pretty bright here, as we got 2 big games of Mustangs playoff basketball underway with that jump ball. And,
yeah, great to be here, Riley. We have a good Western Mustangs team playing an even good McMaster Marauders team. McMaster, over their overtime win over Guelph, I believe, just overtime win, they're ready. They're going
to be hungry, that's for sure, Maharis. And again, yeah, coming through in an overtime win over the Guelph team here. Tough opponents and really showing they want to be here, but quick start for the Mustangs, as Curran's going to get a quick 2 to go in the paint, and good defense there, as the Marauders are going to lose that one out of bounds. They're going to keep possession, though, and, you know, we both know this is a hungry Marauders team coming in here to the Alumni Hall against this Mustang squad. So what do you really think they're going to need to come out with? And they're going to call over and back there. They're going to say, well,
I think you're starting to see a little bit of his defensive intensity. This Western Mustangs team is a very hot team. They have some really good starters and players like Elizabeth LeBlanc. They have Maddie Horst, who are just tremendous scorers for the team. For McMaster, when you come in after an overtime victory, that's a huge momentum shift for you. You have the confidence all in the world that you can beat any team in the playoffs, especially where it counts the most.
And for that one right there, good defense by the Marauders. They're going to force Curran out of bounds, and she'll lose possession. And, you know, you spoke of a very quick-paced team and some tough aggressiveness from the Mustangs, but it'll be interesting to see here, Maharis, how they're able to do without Rachel Fragile in the lineup, as it appears she will be out for, it seems, indefinitely in this playoff series. So Mustangs coming in here hot. They got a bye of the first round of the playoffs thanks to their 18-3 regular season performance, an outstanding performance by them. So we'll see how they're able to shift the load on offense, and great play from Maddie Horst as she drives her way into the paint.
Yeah, and you talk about Fragile. She's a huge offensive weapon, but she's also a big body that the Mustangs have in the paint. But they also have Tamiga. Tamiga's no slouch either. She can dominate the paint just as well as Fragile. We hope Fragile the best with her OUA career. It's unfortunate that she went down so late in the season, but give Coach Nate McKibbon a lot of credit. He's made this team with a lot of depth, Riley. So
great finish there from Maddie Horst, working her way in the paint again, and you're exactly right about that one there, Maharis. And, you know, the coach here has a lot of trust in Taminga, and you know, even with Fragile out of the lineup, this is some new opportunities for some younger players, and especially as, you know, you're developing a younger roster for the seasons to come. And the Mustangs looking to continue this development, as we've seen a great season from them, and McMaster working their way to the line there. Number 8, Sarah Gates.
Yeah, the 3rd-year eligible player of Newmarket, Ontario. You talk about McMaster too. They're a very good team. They're in the playoffs, obviously, but McMaster historically, their basketball program is very, very successful. So obviously it's a lower ranked seed that McMaster is. Western obviously getting the bye, but McMaster has that intensity, and you start to see it a little bit with getting fouls, getting turnovers. So it's going to be a good game, Riley.
And speak of intensity, that girl right there, who unfortunately misses the second free throw, is a catalyst for her team. And full court pass to Maddie Horst, pulls up, and is she ever sure about that shot?
Well, she's 2 for 2, I think, now with a layup and a shot. So
I think 3 for 3 at this point, Maharis. She's driven the paint twice, and great pull up there. You can see the confidence. As speaking of leaders for their team, Maddie Horst, got to put her name up in the runnings there, as she's driven the Mustangs to a very pretty regular season standing, and they're looking to keep it going here in the playoffs. That pass, though, taken away by the Marauders, but great defense by Emma Johnson, not fouling, and that's what you got to do there, Maharis. Just make it tough.
Also, on McMaster's side, Buttonham has to finish those kinds of buckets. She got a really good steal where she played the ball, not the man, and yeah, you got to finish those layups, especially in playoff basketball, Riley.
Well, you know, Buttonham is definitely a player you'd expect to make that shot. She averages almost 17 points per game in the regular season. So, again, credit Emma Johnson, their great defense, keeping your hands up and not fouling.
And you talk about veteran leadership, too. Buttonham is a fifth-year eligible player out of Ancaster, so a little bit of hometown McMaster Marauder basketball there. And you got Maddie Horse on the other side, the fifth-year eligible player for Western.
Wow. What a pass there by the Marauders. A little behind-the-back cut in there and finds the two in the paint. So 8-5 is the score. Quick start here to this game, Maharis. Lots of intensity. And behind the arc, it's LeBlanc. And just to the right there. Couldn't quite find her target.
And, you know, I'm pretty happy with that shot. She was wide open. Unfortunately, you know, it's still early in the game. You still got a little bit of jitters. But overall, the Western Mustangs have been very, very intense on offense. And same with the Marauders, actually. They're going at this first-seeded team.
And a big three opportunity there. Good rebound by LeBlanc. And good shot contest by Curran, getting her arm up and not fouling there, as it would have been a three-point foul. We see Curran trying to work her way into the paint. Oh my, what a move from Julia Curran as she just posts up her defender and gives herself the space to sink that shot.
Not only that, Riley, she gave the little bit of dream shake there where she faked out her man and got a clear bucket, actually.
Well, look to see her continue that as this game progresses. Sarah Gates now. There's going to be a whistle on the other side of the floor. It's going to be a foul
yeah,
on, it looks like Buttonham.
Yeah, it looks like she was just a little too aggressive on that off-ball screen. And unfortunately, it didn't go her way with the refs. But the refs know what they saw, and they'll call it fair and square.
Some subs as well for the Mustangs. We see Samur coming out. Yeah, she's been a great sixth presence for this team throughout the season. Stepping on the floor right after Maddie Horst and doing a really good job controlling the ball for this team. Ooh, kick out behind the arc is Maddie Horst, and she sinks it!
Yeah, she's on fire. She can do literally nothing wrong. Like, you see her get back on defense as soon as her bucket goes in. So Maddie Horst looking to have a tremendous game today.
She came to play tonight, Maharis, or
and you
I should say this afternoon.
You talk about Samur. Samur's a first-year eligible player, and she's had a tremendous impact on this Western Mustangs team. And it's fair to say, if this is Maddie Horst's last year basketball, which it is, it's her fifth-year eligibility, that Samur is the woman to take it over.
Oh my goodness! And put
Good
the spin
move.
cycle on there as Gates just works her way inside and finishes strong at the paint.
Absolutely, and Gates a really fast finisher for this Marauders team, and she shows it there. That's for sure.
Well, she's another player who averages. Oh, good play by Curran after the steal by Buttonham. She's going to poke it right out of bounds. And
I like the steal by Buttonham. She's looking for the ball. She's looking for those picks, you know. And playoff basketball, you got to take a little bit of risk sometimes, Riley. And if you can get a steal like that each time, that's you can't ask much more than that.
No, you definitely cannot. And so, as I was just saying, Buttonham and Gates, both of these players average just about 17 points per game. So, look to see how the Mustangs maybe even change up their defensive pattern. Oh my, great move there in the paint, waiting out Fisher, and a finish there from
that was Olivia Wilson.
34, Olivia Wilson.
Yeah, she just, it's almost like, I think she stepped on Brett Fisher's leg, which caused her to fall. But I mean, if it works, it works, you know. So her team got the 2 points out of it.
Floater there from LeBlanc, not going to go. Now back the other way, Buttonham with speed, and foul there by Curran. Good foul though. Don't allow these transition buckets, you know, so.
Yeah, I think Julia Curran got a little flat-footed there because she was running backwards, so she wasn't really running with her man, and she reached. But it's good to slow the clock down. That looked like it was a fast break for the Marauders team, so it definitely gives you the advantage.
That was only their second foul so far of the quarter. We are just under 5 minutes here, or just over, I should say, 5 minutes played, and again, not a bad play at all. You want to slow down the intensity, or slow down the pace. No free baskets, and transitions where a lot of lackluster defense is played, and great shot there from Buttonham. She knew that was within her range there, Maharison.
Yep.
No hesitation on the pull-up.
Absolutely, and to hit the mid-range shot, you don't see it happen very often, Riley, but if you're good at the mid-range shot, especially those elbows, like that's such a good way to get a basket because no one really expects those kinds of shots from you.
Great defense, by the Marauders there as Emma Johnson's shot won't fall. So back the other way now. And good defense, though, in the back check by Emma Johnson. Getting her arm on that pass, tipping it out of bounds.
Yeah, and Riley, one thing I want to mention, in playoff basketball, it's more about your half-court sets. It's very tough to run fast breaks because the refs are looking to call much more during playoff basketball. That's just how it goes. But so look for this Western Mustangs team. They're a run-and-gun team. So we'll see how they do in half-court sets, which is primarily how playoff basketball is played.
Well, this game is neck and neck at this point now. 13-11 is the score as the Marauders have crawled their way back from a 10-5 deficit. So now they have a chance to even this game out at 13 apiece. Buttonham kicking the ball around. It's behind the arc now. In the corner. 3-ball, just too much power on that shot. Good looking play there by the McMaster Marauders, moving the ball around nicely.
Yeah, that was a great looking play. She was wide open in the corner, and you love to get shots like that. And once again, it's really early in the game, and you hope that they can get more of those kinds of looks on offense.
10 seconds on the shot clock here, so Moore with it, looking over her options. Some strong defense here from the Marauders, and that three from Emma Johnson just too short, so back the other way now they come.
We see Buttonham everywhere on the court right now. She's getting rebounds. She's going to take a shot right now, and
good looking shot there from Buttonham, yeah.
Yeah, she's you talk about Maddie Horse for the Western Mustangs. Buttonham is putting in a game as well in the first quarter play for these Marauders.
And we're going to see here right now, Gates is going to check back to the floor for the Marauders. So again, keep an eye on her. Sarah Gates averaging, again, just under 17 points per game. Very impressive in the OUA. So we'll see here what she's able to do as the Marauders still trail by 2 points. Maddie Horse now with it. Inside she goes.
Yeah,
and
that's a good call. Maddie Horse put her elbow up and to shield off the defender, and you just, it's not really, you're allowed to push off a little bit with your shoulder, but as soon as you put that elbow up, the ref's going to call it every single time, Riley.
Well, you know, again, it's a dangerous play, so good call by the ref. So back the other way now. Come the Marauders. Trying to get something going here, moving it behind the arc. Buttonham now, she's covered by LeBlanc.
Yeah, and you see Tamiga sort of trying to stay a little lower on the play.
Well, and you know, Maharis, that's because so far it seemed that
everyone's going in the paint.
Marauders like the paint, and again, Gates, great defense there from Emma Johnson, and loose ball foul there as it's going to be charged to number 31, Sharkey.
Yeah, the third-year-old player out of Newmarket, Ontario. She went over the back, and it's one of those things, like we said, playoff basketball, expect more fouls to be called, Riley, and the Western Mustangs have 3 fouls to the McMaster Marauders, too, and so still in the first quarter play. It's not the worst thing, but
well, with only 2 minutes and 40 seconds to be played here, we've definitely seen a lot worse here in Alumni Hall. So we'll see as this game progresses. Quick pass into the paint. Nice play there by Somour. That pass just over, but kept in bounds, and Fisher's gonna pull up. Close shot. Emma Johnson battling, keeping it in. Good play there from Emma Johnson. And the pull-up from LeBlanc. Not quite enough, but Mustangs still have the ball. Crazy little bit of play there, and in the paint, Taminga.
Yeah, and you start to see the Marauders team not letting anyone go inside right now, so they're forcing Brett Fisher to go one-on-one, and
good defense there. Yeah. Sharkey there, not allowing anything on that drive. She knew the shot clock was just about to expire, so the other way, Gates. Nice defense there from the Mustangs, closing out, and there you see again, Taminga doing a great job, knowing that the Marauders want to come to the paint, so where does she go? Right there, and just hold your position. You don't need to be too aggressive, just challenge the shot, and that's all they've been doing so far, and it's working.
Yeah, speaking on that, I kind of like how the Marauders are doing a much better job keeping Western out of the paint. You saw Brett Fisher take a three, and I don't think that's her game necessarily. I think she's better as an inside presence. So give the Marauders credit, and for Western, they're doing the same thing, but I think McMaster is still able to get inside, which is definitely might be a problem later on during the game.
Emma Johnson has the double. She needs to get that out of there. Potential 3 seconds in the key, but
oh, nice steal.
Great play there from the Marauders. That defense overwhelming the Mustangs there.
And look to McMaster to run a half-court set right now.
Oh, spins off Somour, gets the open shot for Sharkey, and just too much there. Great play from the Marauders.
But you see how Sharkey got 2 defenders close to her, which left her man wide open, so it's good play by McMaster.
Somour, tight defense on her, works her way inside for the pull-up. Great play by Somour.
Yeah, Somour just took advantage of the speed advantage there. Like she knew that her defender wasn't fast enough, and she was able to get a really good shot up.
Well, that's what happens when you tight press beyond the perimeter, and she exploded by her defender, got that open mid-ranger, and made sure to convert. And 3 from Gates. Oh, good-looking shot, just too much on it. Somour with the boards. Back the other way now come the Mustangs. There's 45 seconds to go here in this first quarter of action. We have seen an exciting basketball game so far, Maharis.
Exciting is the right word to say, Riley. It's been definitely an intense game too, and you see Buttonham trying and over the back.
Yeah,
wow. But that's Buttonham's third takeover for the game. Fourth
yeah,
steal.
She's had quite a few steals, but you know what? As much as you never want to see it over the back, that one I'll give Emma Johnson. You'd much rather see that over the back than a fast break for Buttonham.
Yeah.
And again, she made sure that even though the ball was poked free, she hustled for it. And we've seen a lot of that from Emma Johnson so far tonight. Great hustle, being in the right place at the right time. And even if you're losing a couple of your shots early on, or again, turning it over, keep playing your game because she's done a great job so far defensively on the other end. And good defense there, but wow, Gates willing that shot to fall.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think they should start doubling when they start getting side like McMaster is. I mean, you'd rather take the outside shot, which both teams aren't really shooting that well from beyond the arc or even mid-range, so.
Pull up. Oh, close shot there from Maddie Horst.
And once again, I'm not mad at Maddie Horst for taking the three-point shot. It's just their game seems to be much better going inside.
And that'll end this first quarter. One basket is the difference. 15-13 is the score. Wow. Gentlemen, our second quarter has literally just gotten underway here. Mustangs enjoying a 2-point advantage right now over the visiting McMaster Marauders, and crazy close quarter there, Maharis.
Yeah, crazy close quarter, especially at the end where you saw McMaster sort of go for a run. You have Maddie Horst for the Western Mustangs, 4 for 5 from the field with 9 points, and then you have Sarah Gates for the McMaster Marauders, 3 for 7 with a total of 7 points. So these high-scoring game, Riley.
Well, you know, we've seen so far a battle of the defense early up until this point here, and again, that is what we see right there as Gates has nowhere to go. Great play by Maddie Horst and Julia Kern, and Kern pulling up. Again, can't get it to go, but we see here early on 6 for 20 shooting from the Marauders, 7 for 16 for the Mustangs. Low scoring action, as we've seen a lot of points sometimes out of these teams, and
yeah,
that's not the case here.
It's a game of runs, so we can expect one of these teams to get hot and hopefully go for a run. But the thing for me is that both teams are protecting the paint, Riley. So shooting on the outside, you have a much lower percentage. The dunk is obviously the best percentage shot in all of basketball. And then as soon as you get farther and farther from the basket, it becomes harder and harder. And you start to see in the defenses, both teams do not want this team going in the paint.
Great play there from Emma Johnson, just muscling her way through the defender and getting her hook shot to fall. And yeah, you're exactly right there, Maharis. And that's the case so far. We've seen that the defensive pressure has been gradually increasing as it gets closer and closer to the paint. And wow, good pull up there, as a little bit farther out from Olivia Wilson. But
yeah.
You see here, the Marauders are shooting 0 for 7 from behind the arc. So again, that seems to be the clear strategy for the Mustangs. Just make it tough the closer you get to the basket.
Well, that's the thing, right? If you're not a good outside shooting team, or if it's not falling, great defense there. Wow.
And she's still battling.
Wow.
Still battling.
Wow, look at,
oh my goodness.
She got it out. Nice.
Crazy play for
great
the Marauders.
Defense.
Yeah.
But speaking back to your point, yeah, if the outside shot is not falling.
And one.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's transition defense to offense. You got the steal from Gates on one side to the easy, well, not easy bucket, but the and one bucket.
Through all that contact, Jenna Button.
But as we're talking about, you talk about defense, Riley. McMaster in the first quarter play already had 3 steals. Western just got their first steal of the game through Julia Kern.
Well, not only that, Mustangs definitely need to do a better job of protecting the ball here.
7 turnovers.
Yeah, 7 turnovers in the first quarter. Nate McKinnon definitely going to have a quick word with his team about that, as this game is now tied 17 apiece. Nice play by Curran, though, as works her way inside to a high percentage take. Kick back now. We're going to see the Marauders try to answer after the bucket from Curran, working her way inside, and there's going to be a offensive foul there on the screen.
Yeah, it wasn't really on Buttonham, it was the actual screen. You're right, Riley. And once again, you got to be careful. You got to have your feet planted, hands low. You can't put your hands up and not have your feet planted, or else you're going to get called.
Yeah, and that's just how she wrote there, as Emma Johnson's going to come and bring it up over the timeline.
It's interesting we see Emma Johnson and Maddie Horst sort of say, no, you take the ball up, no, you take the ball up, because they clearly have a synergy there.
Oh, wow, good block there from the Marauders. Sharkey, they're getting her hand on Emma Horst's shot, or sorry, not Emma Horst, Maddie Horst's shot. Emma Johnson, Maddie Horst, the synergy there's got me confused. Oh, huge block by Taminga.
Nice.
That is
Get
something-
that garbage out of
Oh,
here,
That
Riley.
is something we have seen time and time again from the Mustangs this season. They have done a tremendous job not allowing anything easy in the paint. Ooh, Curran there almost losing it between her legs, and we now see LeBlanc. Not much time getting her floater up there. She's struggled a bit to this point in this game.
Yeah, Elizabeth LeBlanc definitely, she can get hot though, but unfortunately her shot's just not falling right now.
Good pass from Gates over to Sharkey now in the corner. Gates gonna pull up. Oh, friendly looking bounce, just too much on it.
Yeah, I don't know
Back
if
the other
I
way.
like that shot from Gage. You have Tamiga, who's definitely taller than you, so you have to sort of arc your shot a bit more. You're not going to shoot a clean shot.
Maddie Horse, wow! Working her way off her own miss behind the arc. Oh my, if she got that one. What
Yeah,
a play
good
there
job,
for Maddie
good
Horse.
hustle to get her own rebound. You have to box out the shooter. That's what they teach you in Basketball 101.
Well, and you know, you can't watch the play, Maharis. That happens
Watch
quite
the
a
ball.
bit. Yeah, well, you watch the ball, watch the play. You have some players out there that wait for it to fall, and good play there by Elizabeth LeBlanc. I still had the line to shoot too.
And I really like Elizabeth LeBlanc still being aggressive. You know, she trusts herself. She knows that she can score the basketball. And if it's not falling, look for that contact. A free throw is just as good as getting any sort of shot. Any point counts, Riley.
And you know, throughout the games, we've seen LeBlanc really doesn't get discouraged from these misses. She has a really quick release on her shot, and she knows when she's open. So, again, look for her to continue shooting. Although she might not be making all her shots up until this point, she has a good game sense of knowing when she's open and taking those open shots. So, she'll make both of those there.
And you talk about Elizabeth LeBlanc, they're going to a timeout. So Elizabeth LeBlanc, the fifth-year eligible player, the transfer from Windsor, trying to come to her hometown of London, Ontario to help this Western Mustangs play. Fifth-year eligible player, she's used to this sort of pressure. She knows that she can't get discouraged. She's had a lot of experience playing basketball, so she knows the idea of what goes into hot streaks, cold streaks. You know, as long as you trust yourself, that's the biggest thing, Riley.
Oh, 100%. That is 100% right there. And again, you need to believe that when you take that shot, it's going to fall. Doesn't matter how many you've taken to this point. If it's your shot, you need confidence. And we've seen that from the Mustangs tonight. We've seen Maddie Horse working her way inside time and time again. And again, we almost saw a great three off of a self-rebound from Maddie Horse through about 3 Marauders defenders. So look to see the intensity stay at that level as this game continues.
And for the McMaster Marauders, I mean, their defensive intensity, there's nothing you can not say anything bad about it, because they're
No, they've
they're
done a great
doubling,
job.
they're trying to get their hands on steals, they're playing the ball, not necessarily the man. They got a little bit of a hiccup on that Maddie Horse play, but overall they're doing very well. And on offense, they're going at the chest of this Western Mustangs team. They're going inside, 3 mid-range shot occasionally if they have it wide open, but they're like, I'm going to go inside the paint each and every time.
And the one thing I might suggest for the Marauders at this point of the game is, as the Mustangs are doing the closing of the lanes here, look to see potentially Gates continue to dish out those passes as she's been doing, because she's done a good job just like that one there. And she's done a good job of finding the open player. And again, doing it as I'm describing her play there. But look to see Gates continue to do that, because she attracts a lot of defenders when she gets her way in the paint. And
Oh, Maddie Horse might have got away with a travel there.
well, good job keeping that 1 foot down, and oh, not quite able to get it to fall, but Brett Fisher! Or sorry, Jenna Lawrence working her way in
Jenna
there.
Lawrence.
My mistake.
She
Great putback there from Jenna Lawrence.
Yeah, Jenna Lawrence, the second-year eligible player of Toronto. She doesn't really get a lot of playing time, but because of the injury to Fragley, you might start to see her get a bit more minutes.
And good shot contest there from Jenna Lawrence. Back the other way now, Emma Johnson.
Yeah, Button, that's her second shot in
Emma
a row,
Johnson
so
with speed.
unfortunately-
Oh, wow. Oh, wow, Morris. Great play by 2 teammates on the exact same page. The screen is set. Emma Johnson sees it. Full drive mode, gets by the defender. That hook will fall.
Well, on a pick and roll, it's exactly that. You take the pick and you roll, or you take the pick and the other man rolls. So on that case, you saw Emma Johnson roll.
Emma Johnson, great defense. Sending Gates shot out of there, and looks like they might.
That was Jenna Lawrence actually who got the block.
Jenna Lawrence.
That was Jenna Lawrence, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So she's putting in some quality minutes right now for this Western Mustangs team.
All over Gates there. Again, Jenna Lawrence stepping in on the floor, an immediate impact. Tipping that pass, and they're going to get a shot clock violation. Good work by the Mustangs. Now with speed the other way in the paint.
Oh, that's a travel.
Oh,
yeah.
a travel called on Fisher there.
It's tough because Fisher knew Maddie Horse passed Fisher the ball. Fisher's running full speed at the basket. Unfortunately, she couldn't stop on a dime, as they say. So,
well, not only that, she thought about going up there, but two Marauders were right on her there. And good play. She was trying to find that kick-out pass. Unfortunately, like you said, couldn't quite stop on the diamond. Great defense there from Emma Johnson. Again, that basket went, but there's nothing more you can do. You keep her boxed out, you keep your hands up, and you don't foul there. It's worked so far tonight, but that one, Gate will in.
And you're also going against Gates, who's a tremendous scorer for the Marauders team, so
yeah,
give Gates a lot of credit too, right?
Oh, give Gates a ton of credit there. That's just what you want to see from a defender there. You keep her boxed out, you really make her earn that shot.
And Gates again, Emma Johnson. Gates is definitely the bigger woman against Emma Johnson.
Yeah, well, they've trusted Emma Johnson in this matchup, and great defense by Jenna Lawrence again.
Yeah, Jenna Lawrence is having herself a defensive performance right now, Riley.
Doing a great job in the paint. They know that's where the Marauders are going time and time again, and the three there not going to go for Emma Johnson. That's her range there, Mahara.
Yeah,
so look to see her continue.
Emma Johnson's one of the best three-point shooters on this Western Mustangs team, so no problem. Give her the green light every time.
25-19 is the score. Here we see LeBlanc. Inside pass. Good pass there. Looking for Brett Fisher, but I just want to see her take that one, Maharas.
But good defense by Sharkey and the McMaster Marauders. They want to challenge Elizabeth LeBlanc to go to the basket. Elizabeth LeBlanc, unfortunately, decided to pass it to Brett Fisher to hopefully get an easier bucket, but that's what McMaster.
Well, it was great idea on the pass. Just a good play defensively by the Marauders. Oh, wow! Wow! What a play off the inbounds there between Curran and LeBlanc. She throws it up, tips it back right to her instantly, and a little sneaky finish there from Curran.
Oh, Buttonham almost lost the ball there.
Wow, that was a great follow there by Buttonham, keeping the ball with her, and Button there not getting the shot to fall. And
yeah, Button's sort of struggling on offense right now in this period. She's going to keep shooting, but she's in a cold streak right now.
Well, Mustangs are forcing the Marauders to start taking more looks from behind the arc, and they really haven't had too much success with that earlier in this game. So, again, they still haven't seemed to found their range from out there, but they're looking. Wow,
what a play.
Explosive speed from Buttonham. No Mustang player able to really contest that one.
And it's only a 6-point game, Riley. Boy, do we feel like both teams have been scoring because they're getting amazing looks.
And that's where she wants to be. That's where she wants to be. Maddie Horse working her way inside. Nice little bank. You don't see the bank too often anymore.
Yeah, I didn't know the bank was open on Saturday, but I guess it's open here in Alumni Hall.
Listen, TD open every day of the week. Oh, a foul there. On the way to the line. Good play there by the Marauders. And again, if you're a Marauder, that's what you got to do at this stage of the game. Mustangs are doing such a good job of clogging lanes and really stuffing the paint that you got to attempt to draw fouls at this point.
Yeah,
work your way to the line.
Timeout called. Speaking of being at the line, I mean, good job for this. I kind of really like this timeout. 2 minutes left. About a 8-point game with chance to make it a 6-point game. You want to have, you're going to see some quick action right now because both teams are trying to get that extra edge coming into momentum, if you say, going into the half.
Oh, yeah. Well, that is another huge factor of this game. Who can get that kind of last little huzzah here as 2 minutes is not too much time, but still enough in basketball for a huge run to happen. Yeah. We've seen tons of defense so far this game, and I expect to see that continue, Maris.
Yeah, defense, especially in playoff basketball, you know, like the refs, they're going to call the really bad fouls, but you see a lot of the contact here. Like I saw Elizabeth LeBlanc go up and asking for contact, and the ref just shook his head. You know, this is playoff basketball. The intensity's higher. It's a bigger moment, Riley, and you have to rise to the occasion. And so far, both these teams on defense, especially McMaster, I really like the idea of protecting the paint and doubling. Unfortunately, they're not ahead on the score, but the Western Mustangs are having trouble adjusting to that inside presence.
No, that is definitely for sure, and we'll look to see what they can do here. They got 2 minutes and 12 seconds here, and they are at the line shooting 2 free throws. So,
and if I'm Coach Nate McKibbon, I'm like, you know what, we got the lead. Let's go with the lead into the half. That will be our momentum shift.
Definitely, and you got to remember, this is a team that crawled its way through an overtime victory against Guelph.
Oh,
so.
Yeah.
They know what it's like to be in a neck-and-neck game, and again, I don't expect the pressure to get to them at all.
Yeah, especially that 1 week bye that Western Mustangs had. It's obviously reading week for Western students this week, so coming back, you know, got to get back into the groove versus McMaster, who's already been game ready since last week.
For sure, and so far, we've seen the intensity, so we'll see if they can keep it going here as this game progresses. And good pass by Jenna Lawrence over to Emma
nice
Johnson.
crossover.
High arcing shot, nothing but net.
Crossover gave up just enough space to her so that she could get her shot off. You see Buttonham with the ball right now for the Marauders.
We've seen a ton of good give and goes between those two players there. Emma Johnson and Jenna Lawrence, good chemistry.
Or Elizabeth LeBlanc and Julia Curran.
Oh yeah, wow.
Nice answer.
Great pull up there by Button. Again, 3 points hadn't been falling for her, so take a couple steps in. Get a
Sometimes
shot
you
from
just
there,
gotta take that step inside, Riley, and it'll just go to fall.
Wow.
Oh, she took a hit there.
If she finished that, we would have needed that on playback right away, because
Yeah, we would have wanted that on replay. We would have wanted that. I would put that on the slam cam as she slammed it to the basket. So
listen, that would have been deserving of a slam cam. One hand in the air.
yeah.
Euro stepping by 2 defenders, drawing a foul. Great play.
And unfortunately, you see Emma Johnson a little hurt on the sideline. We hope she can return to the game. It looks like it's her left hand. We will keep you updated on that injury. She looks like she's in a little bit of pain, but she's an amazing OUA player, and she'll be back in the game in no time.
And Maddie Horst will hit the second one, so 33-25 is the score. Mustangs up by 8 points right now.
Yeah, and 8 points, it may not seem like a lot, but in playoff basketball, Riley, it can start adding up a little bit. So
well, not even playoff, just in this game alone with this high intensity defense.
Yeah.
We haven't really seen very many threes at all. Honestly, I want to say about one.
Yeah, I think the only one I remember is the one from Maddie Horst, actually, which she hit early in the game.
And it's like they're listening almost as they pull up for a three. Not going to fall though, and good pass there from more to LeBlanc. LeBlanc right inside, drawing the contact, and will head to the line. Great play there by the Mustangs.
Yeah, and I think that was the same sort of contact that she had on the layup, which the ref didn't call. So I think it's just depending on which angle you sort of show it from, is if you're going to get the foul call or not.
Well, and it depends on how you protect the ball as well, there, Harris. If it's a clear foul, you will definitely get it called. If it's
50-50.
It's 50-50. It depends on the perspective.
Yeah. Most of the time you start to see it given to the offensive player, the 50-50 balls, but if there's suggestive evidence, then they give it to the defensive player.
Well, and this is playoff basketball, like you've mentioned, so
let him play. Let him play, Larry.
Let him play.
Let him play.
Under a minute to go here in this first half of basketball. Buttonham with it. She's covered by LeBlanc.
They can go for 2 for 1 here if they want. They just got to eat up the clock a little bit.
Gates backing in, and good play by Taminga getting that hand, and otherwise it would have been I don't want to say easy, but it would have been a good opportunity look there for Gates.
And that's good. If Gates can convert this and get a stop, then they can definitely eat up at this this lead a little bit.
9 points is the difference right now, and chance to change that here. That'll make it 8.
Yep. And one thing to note is Marauders do not want a foul, or else they send Western to the line for the bonus.
And she'll make them both. So 8 points is the difference. See some substitutions here.
Yeah, they're matching height a little bit because they brought in, the Western Mustangs brought in some more. So Marauders brought in number 25, who's D. Monacico.
We now have some more in the corner, kicking it inside. Oh, that pass not finding.
That's the double that
Fisher.
I'm talking about, Riley. They've been doing it all game, and it's been working for them.
Yeah, and they've tried to get Fisher on a few of those drive-ins. They haven't worked so far, so maybe look to see them spread the floor out a bit more. And
and that's why you need a player like Fragley.
Buttonham, nice pull-up. But yeah, you're
nice
definitely right about that. Fragley is so dominant on the offensive boards, and they're definitely missing a bit of that right now as there's 7 seconds
She's also
here.
a very good passer.
3 seconds. Fisher
Buzzer.
can have to get a shot off.
Oh.
Oh, Kemba doesn't get the shot off in time, so that'll end the half, 34-29, and Marauders did get a bit of a run towards the end. They're not as big as they might have liked, but they definitely closed the gap a bit there.
So halftime we were up 5. We knew it was going to be a close game. We had played a really close game against them in their place, I think won by single digits, and had to come back from a number of points down at halftime with a great second half performance from our post players. We knew it was going to be a battle because they had been tested and they had already won a playoff game in the play-in game. Maddie started us off really, really well. I believe she scored 2 or 3 of the first possessions of the game, and it was leading scorer at halftime with, I believe, 13. But we knew it was going to be a battle in the second half, and a lot of it was going to come down to defense. And we really we talked an awful lot about matchups and how we wanted to defend certain actions, but we knew that they were going to test us right to the final whistle.
And we'll see Matty Horse start with it. And you know what, though? As I was mentioning to you during the half, Mustangs are doing a great job out-rebound. Well, look at it, right away, a three-shot. Oh, my goodness! And that's how we start the second half of basketball. 3 for Emma Johnson.
Yeah, that was a quick surefire. We were talking about the 3 bullets. It's almost as if they know what we're going to say, and then they're like, watch this. And Emma Johnson just did that to us.
Yeah, well, she stopped me dead in my train of thought there. I was about to say something, but no, I just bang, a 3 right off the bat. And
well, how about right now? Sarah Gates, she's had an amazing first half of play. She just keeps getting inside and just keeps bullying her defender and either getting the bucket or getting to the line, Riley.
And yeah, no, earlier on in this game, I mentioned how Emma Johnson was doing a great job playing defense on her and just keeping your arms up, staying in front of her, holding your position, trying not to foul. And again, she's going to get those buckets. We've come to assume that she's going to work her way to the line or she's going to get the shot. So key then is to just do your best and make it as hard as it can be for her.
It's also interesting because Emma Johnson is definitely a lot smaller than Gates physically. But maybe it's the speed, maybe it's something else. Maybe she's a better defender to put on someone like Gates. It's all about coaching chess for Coach Nate McKibbon and the Western Mustangs.
Tominga not quite enough on that shot, but you know what? She did a great job in that first half, holding Sarah Gates to a shooting 4 for 11. So again, I'd take that any day of the week. You got a shooter out here who you're really holding and really struggling out there. So good shot there from Button as, again, couldn't hit a 3-pointer, but take 1 to 2 steps in and she has been money.
Yeah, but that 4 for 11, she's got 11 points, so it doesn't convert like a 1-to-1 because she did get to the line a lot, and Emma Johnson did cause not too many fouls. She's not in foul trouble, but she definitely was fouling.
Oh, another 3 chance for Curran, not going to go. So Mustangs looking like they're trying a bit more threes early on here, and that one not able to save in by Button. And what I was trying to say now, it came back to me, Mara. So before Emma Johnson nailed that 3, I was going to say the Mustangs are out-rebounding the Marauders almost by double coming into this half.
Yeah,
so,
and that has a lot to do with Elizabeth LeBlanc. She has 11 rebounds to herself, so she's already in double digits rebounding.
And what I was thinking is, again, if you're rebounding the ball that well, most of those are, again, defensive rebounds, but you're rebounding the ball that well, and there's a second chance opportunity, but they didn't hit the rim here. Time is running out. Last touched by the Marauders. They got 2 seconds here to get a shot off, but as I was saying, you're getting a lot of second chance opportunities here. If that's the case, spread the floor, shoot some threes, and we know the Mustangs can hit those threes. So, you know, it'd be nice to see them just spread the ball around like they've been doing. And
absolutely. We saw Maddie Horse early catch fire. So if she's got a nice shooting stroke. So if she can shoot
there's
a bit more threes,
there's a few players on this Mustang team that
Emma
they get that Emma
Elizabeth,
Johnson, and again, LeBlanc can make them.
Yep.
Hasn't so far tonight, but that catch and shoot not going to go. Nice try, good idea.
And Julie Curran accidentally sort of bumped her Marauders defender. Lucky she didn't get a foul, but she was willing to apologize for that.
Yeah, I think
Gates.
Gates just going to pull up, and Marauders still yet to get a 3 to fall. And I think that one there was just a little incident of 2 players running into each other, both of them realizing that no harm was intended on the play. And we now see Curran with the ball. She's covered by Gates. Step back. Not quite enough on that shot.
And I think the Western Mustangs are sort of trying to play a more ISO ball to start this period, and it's not really how they play. They're team basketball team, so hopefully they can start passing the ball a bit more. Another
great defensive possession there from Emma Johnson as she's really, really making it tough for Gates. In the corner, Maddie Horse pulling up, and look at that. Another second chance opportunity for the Mustangs. So this is what I was saying, Maharis. If you're doing a good job at chasing down these loose balls, again, the 3-point it's more than the 2, so.
Yeah, and you spoke to Emma Johnson guarding Gates. It's different because McMaster's hitting a switch on defense, which makes it a little bit harder on offense and defense for the Marauders. You have Gates going on Julia Curtin, and then you have Buttonham actually guarding. My apologies, they're actually running zone, so it's an easy switch. Both teams are running zone.
Wow,
so no one's actually guarding
there for Maddie Horst. Yeah, she just blows right by her defender and
gets the foul.
Causes her to reach in a bit there, draw a foul on her. So good play there, just using explosive speed to know when you have the lane. And we're going to see here Curran throwing it in. They got 14 seconds on the shot clock now after that foul. Tominga inside, and she's going to just pull up.
Oh,
Nice
wow.
shot there.
Wow, okay. That was looked like a straight bullet there, but it just went inside, so good shot by Tominga.
Yeah, again, through the contestation too, so pretty looking play there. 7 minutes to be played here in this first quarter, or third quarter. First quarter of the second half, I should say. Be a pretty impressive first quarter with 39 points to 33 here. And Curran now with the rebound. Back the other way though. Oh, we see
nice steal by Buttonham.
Explosive speed and Gates
Julia
now.
Curran just didn't know. She thought Buttonham was way behind her.
Yeah, that's when you need a little bit of help from your teammates calling out. And
oh,
there
nice,
you go,
nice.
first three for the McMaster Marauders.
But did you see that transition defense to offense? Buttonham got the steal, ran literally a suicide from the other side to get a three-pointer on the other side. That was great play by Buttonham.
And Mustangs can't get lazy on that three-pointer. Oh, great play, and one! LeBlanc, and looks like she got her leg up there.
She did get her leg up there, and unfortunately kicked her a little bit in the rib, the Marauder defender. But
oh, it's okay. They're having a laugh about it.
nah,
They're okay.
they're good.
So
They're good. No hard feelings. But that was to Gates.
that was on Gates.
That was on Gates. So hopefully she can recover very quickly.
Looks like they're gonna send her off just to be safe.
Just to be safe. Yeah, maybe get her checked out a little bit just to make sure she's okay.
Might have been a little bit of a Charlie horse there on that play, but again, unintentional.
Absolutely. It's nice. Gate will get a little bit of a rest and she can come back.
And one there, gonna fall, so 3 for 3. You guys get a 3, we'll answer with a 3 of our own. Marauders trying to respond now, behind the arc. Just gonna pull up, just off to the side. Nice look there though from the Marauders. Deep 2.
Yeah, and you see Emma Johnson, her hand is a little taped up. We mentioned she had a little bit of an injury or something tweaked in the first half of play.
It's good to see her back out there, even with hand taped up. And
don't matter, she just jacked up a 3 and hit it. So
oh, nice
definitely
shot there from
her.
Maddie Horst. Oh, great play, LeBlanc from over her head, able to swat that pass and works her way. Oh.
That looked like a foul.
There.
Looked like a foul.
Looked like a foul from our angle, and she's going to lose it there. Great play, though, from the Marauders. Not giving up on the play. Chasing it all the way out of bounds.
I thought that was a foul, and Elizabeth LeBlanc thought as well, and she went up straight up to the referee and said, why wasn't that a foul? And the ref was like, I didn't see any contact.
Again, that just goes to show you got to play through all the contact in this game, and you wait till the whistle goes. So
playoff basketball, Riley. Playoff basketball.
Buttonham now with it, using the screen to get open.
Good shot.
Oh my goodness, that is the opposite of the Kawhi shot there. 4 bounces popping out.
Yeah, you
looked really good there.
The rim is unforgiving, Riley. So you just have to play through it, like you said.
Oh, wow, that was a crazy bounce there.
That was the same thing. Like
number 25, Tori Rigas there getting that rebound. Behind the arc, a pull-up. She had the defender on her, but didn't really care there. She was comfortable with that shot. And again, it was really close. So
little slow running down, so look for the Mustangs to sort of recover from that.
Good defense there by the Marauders, not allowing that pass to get to Fisher. Fisher's had a real tough time getting these passes inside today.
Yeah, it's really tough because Fisher's not an outside perimeter threat. She's an inside big man. She plays that position very well. So good on the McMaster defender to pull her out of her comfort zone a little bit, because you can start to see she's not very comfortable out there.
Well, and they've been closing out on all her passing lanes as there's been a few attempts to get her the ball, and Curran gonna go right up with a circus shot there for Julia Curran.
But see, she does that all the time though, Riley. Julia Curran inside, she doesn't have the physical stature, but she has the speed and the technique, just the shot to get it off.
Behind the arc, pulls up. Good looking shot there for Buttonham. Oh, Fisher, good play to poke that one out, and wow!
Oh, Buttonham almost had
spin
that.
Cycle her too, here we go!
Coast to coast.
All the way!
Oh, wow.
All the way! Maddie Horst extends it to a 10-point lead for the Mustangs. Starting off with the spin on one side, explosive speed down the floor, and pretty little finish there.
Yeah, very good on Maddie Horst.
Marauders trying to respond behind the arc. Too much on that shot, but they're gonna get a second chance effort. Buttonham now, driving the outside, and
wow,
a nice
got a
little
circus shot of her own.
Underhand, throw that up off the boards. Might even say a little bit of jelly out there.
A little bit of jelly out there. I like that, Riley.
Oh, and back at her comes Maddie Horse, taking some contact, and back up she gets. Nice defense there by the Marauders. Buttonham again.
Oh,
Oh,
nice,
wow. She's
nice.
trying jelly times 2 and work her way right to the line.
Yeah, and I really like how Buttonham, she had the fast break. It was a 3-on-2, but she knew she had the speed to get past her initial defender, and that was a great play. You can't ask for much more than that. But how about Maddie Horse? Take it from one end to another. The body control needed to get a shot off like that. Just tremendous athletes out here in OUA basketball, Riley.
Oh, well, we're definitely seeing a great showing of effort tonight, and everybody's leaving it all on the floor, that's for sure.
It's playoff basketball. It's the only chance, especially for these fifth-year players, Riley. Buttonham, Horst, Elizabeth LeBlanc. This could potentially be their last OUA game.
That is very true here. So you definitely have to leave everything you have out on the floor, and that's what we're getting to watch tonight. Maddie Horst bringing it up over the timeline here, giving it over to Fisher. We got 3 minutes and 15 seconds to play here in this third quarter. LeBlanc
going one-on-one, yeah.
trying to cross her way in. Ooh, a little
She's got
fancy
nice
footwork.
moves.
Kick out. Fisher with all the time in the world and can't get it to go. Maddie Horst just stepped out of bounds before she did that jump there. And
once
would've
again,
been
I
good.
mean, Brett Fisher is a good shooter. She definitely has the ability to knock down that shot, but I think the the McMaster defense is trying to force her to take shots that she's uncomfortable with, and good on the defense for doing that. You have to make your offense player feel uncomfortable, because if they're not confident with the shot, it's not going to fall.
And you also got to pay in mind they're doubling up in the paint. So if you're Brett Fisher, potentially look to try to send out a three-point shooter while you kick in to help get that rebound. And quick shot fired there from a step in over the three-point line.
And that brings
Olivia
it to
Wilson.
a 5-point game, Riley.
Yeah,
We're
from
just
10.
at 10, so definitely the momentum swinging to the Marauder side right now. So
Well, Marauders have always been having those chances throughout the game, and LeBlanc,
wow.
deep two of her own really to respond, but again, the chances have been there all night for the Marauders. They just haven't been getting those shots to fall. So if you're a Mustang player, you got to be careful, because again, they do have these chances, and we're going to see here again. Wow. All will there from Gates, as she has 3 defenders on her, but still
Yeah.
able to draw that foul and
And I
get to the
think
line.
that foul will be on Kemba, who's definitely a really good, she's a very good defender. Kind of underrated on this Western Mustang squad, in my opinion, at times, because she doesn't necessarily get all the minutes, but she's very efficient with her minutes, and unfortunately she just got called for a unfortunate reach there.
Well, what you were mentioning there, definitely true. And again, a lot of the time, a lot of the smaller things in basketball are overlooked, such as, intensity off ball,
Yeah.
covering your man, also swinging over when help is needed.
Communication is key too. Kemba's definitely a little more vocal than some of the other Western Mustangs players on the floor.
And she definitely gets trusted with
Yes,
defending some
yes.
of those harder players to defend. So look to see her keep doing that as her career on this Mustangs team continues to grow.
Yeah, she's also a varsity rugby player. A lot of people don't know that about her, but this was her first year playing rugby.
Hook shot there. LeBlanc getting her own rebound. Behind the arc is Kemba. Oh, close shot, but another second chance effort. Fisher, she's driving in behind the net, but the Mustangs still have it, and it's touch out of bounds. Couldn't quite see it there.
She tried to fake it out there. She touched it when she got a rebound and then lost it, touched it, just skinned it with her finger, and the ref saw it. These OUA refs, world class, Riley. They see everything.
World-class. Eagle vision out here.
Absolutely. And you see Gates back in, so she took a little bit of a hit, so it's good that she got a little bit of a rest, because she did look a little winded out there.
Well, she's been, the intensity Gates has been leaving on the floor. I think it's a good call, as, the momentum's shifting your way anyways, and wow.
Speaking of
Buttonham.
intensity, how about Buttonham? She's just taking
Yeah.
over this game.
She absolutely is taking over this game, and it is now a one-basket game once again. They've brought it down to under 5 points. 3 points is the difference, and they're going to steal it.
What a steal. What a steal by McMaster. Wow.
Olivia Wilde. Or Wilson, sorry, not Olivia Wilde.
Yeah. Olivia
Actress
Wilson,
there.
Not the actress, but good job for Button.
In the corner, chance to tie this game.
Wow,
high bouncing
great shot.
Good look there from Gates.
Very good look. I'm not. And good job for Button. She knew she was going to get doubled and hopefully pushed out of bounds. So nice quick release to the shooter who got the 3-point up.
Emma Johnson taking the step, and Emma Johnson making sure.
You don't see Emma Johnson go in that much, but when she does, she is something to marvel at.
Now,
wow.
We mentioned potentially the turnover for the Mustangs next year. They have a bright future on Emma Johnson at the point.
Or some more at the point.
Or somewhere at the point. Oh, for sure. They have options here as the Mustangs. And Tominga, great defense, and oh my
Buttonham out of
goodness.
nowhere.
Oh
Wow,
my goodness,
that
what
was-
a play by
What a play.
Buttonham. Curran thought she had that boards, and out
Yeah.
of nowhere comes Buttonham.
I really like that matchup between Buttonham and Curran. I think that's, and Gates and Elizabeth LeBlanc. Oh my God. You
Well-
talk about the three-headed monster of the Western Mustangs with Elizabeth LeBlanc, Maddie Horst, and Julia Curran, but the two-headed monster is just as good on the Marauders with Buttonham and Gates.
And yeah, they've been bringing it tonight, so chance here to shrink away at this lead, and now it is again. 3 points is the difference here. Mustangs got 34 seconds to close out this third quarter.
Yeah, good job of Hanaka to get those to go. And we talk about free throws. I mean, McMaster and Western are pretty even at the half. It was 5-7 for 5 shots made for McMaster and 5 shots made for Western. Just one more attempt taken by McMaster.
What a kick out, and oh, her feet
Oh,
are
that's
just out of
unfortunate.
bounds. Good play there, though, from
If I'm Coach Nate McKibbon, I
Horst.
might want to call a timeout. This isn't a good drive and a good run for the Western Mustangs,
wow,
unfortunately.
with 23 seconds to go here.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was not looking at the
gonna have
clock.
to let this one probably play itself out here. As I'm gonna guess they're gonna take the last shot.
I'm human. I can make a little bit of a mistake sometimes, Riley.
Absolutely.
But definitely a huge momentum shift for the fourth quarter for the McMaster Marauders, that's for sure.
Well, they have a chance to even this game out before
Yeah.
the fourth quarter here.
Oh,
Great
nice
defense
block.
from Kaminga, but last touch. Oh, well, that'll end the quarter. Great defense from Taminga there, stopping anything from happening. And wow, I hope everybody's on the edge of their seats because we are here in Alumni Hall with a 50-47 one possession game here, about to get underway with the fourth quarter. Maharis, oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness is right, and McMaster had a huge third quarter, especially from Buttonham and Gates. And free throws, I mean, that's been huge too. They shot like 12 free throws, 6 more free throws than the Western Mustangs, who barely got to the line. But unfortunately, their shooting percentage, 28%, is just not going to get it done, Riley. And for Western, they've had the lead for 3 quarters. Hopefully they can continue it in the fourth and move on to the OUA Semi-Final.
And Buttonham there with a good
Rebound.
offensive boards
Yeah.
there, but great defense from Maddie Horst. Seems like a little bit of a size mismatch there, but pull up. Wilson not going to go. And again, we'll see here what the Mustangs have to do to really close this game out. Each quarter has been still a 1-point difference, a 1 basket difference, I mean to say here. Last quarter, 18-16.
Oh, what a
Oh
what a
my goodness,
move.
that step back.
What a move.
Uh-oh.
Oh, and
it's gonna be a
Buttonham's
fast
running.
break, though.
Yeah, she's running.
Kick out.
That two-headed monster with Gates and Buttonham.
We're seeing them give it back and forth, and not gonna lie, I did. Oh, was that a player from? Looks like there's a whistle here. There was a player
Yeah,
on.
she got elbowed. Her elbow. It's unfortunate when you see players go down. Unfortunately, we hope for the best for the McMaster Marauders player. Let's get back to the action, Riley.
And here we see Buttonham with it. Pull up. Oh, very close. Good rebound by Emma Johnson, and we now have a fast break here for the Mustangs. They're gonna slow things down though. Behind the arc, Emma Johnson with it, handing it off to LeBlanc. Right in she goes, a nice play.
Wow.
Center of the backboard.
And Elizabeth LeBlanc, like we said, she's not afraid of the big moments. Fourth quarter, big moments. Every basket counts. Elizabeth LeBlanc is your go-to player.
And again, you know, oh, good play by Emma Johnson.
Yeah, she almost got that
stripping
stolen.
one.
Nice.
But, you know, it might be a little discouraging for some players to miss early, but, oh, great play there.
Yeah.
Wilson working her way inside right back at you. But as I was saying, some players might get discouraged from missing early, but the experienced player just learns how to find their mark, and that's exactly what LeBlanc does. She might miss a few early on, but she's just finding her range, and as the game progresses, look for her to keep making those crucial shots.
Absolutely. You talk about experience. Tamiga, this is her first, I think, OUA start after the injury to Fragley, as we mentioned before. So, I mean, she's definitely learning too. This is a huge moment for her to learn how to sort of play an OUA playoff basketball as a starter. You know, like she got kind of stunned on the last play where she sort of went up when she should have just planted her feet and put her hands up. But
Inbound, wow, great
wow,
play.
easy shot.
And they're going to
Oh,
draw a foul
foul.
on that one. Great play there from LeBlanc.
Yeah, she was wide open, and that's you talking about shots you can't miss. That's a shot she shouldn't have missed.
Well,
But
that's where the foul comes in.
contact comes
and
in,
you know,
absolutely.
contact trying to make no free baskets and going to grab onto her there. So There's already 2 fouls early on here for the Marauders, and you know we mentioned that last quarter Mustangs didn't do a great job of getting to the line, so look to see them maybe work their way there a little bit more in this quarter.
And we saw the injury early to Hanaka. She looks like she's back on her feet and good to go, get ready to back in this game. So it's a good sign, Riley.
Buttonham now. They're going to be a quick switch. Good zone play here from the Mustangs.
Yeah.
Inside.
Wow,
Oh,
okay.
wow. Great play there from Olivia Wilson.
Yeah, and you talk about experience. Tamiga is first-year eligible
Oh
player out of
my.
Strathroy against the more experienced fourth-year eligible player out of Lions Head, Ontario, Olivia Wilson for the Marauders.
1 basket is the difference, 3 points. However, Marauders have only hit 1 for 18 threes till this point of the game, so not necessarily thinking that might be a risk for the Mustangs, but
But you know that it's that one shot. That's the thing, right?
wow, and in again
Wow.
she goes. They've really been having a tough time stopping Wilson here. They get her there, but look to see her continue just attacking the paint.
That's one of those shots that you just shake your head and you're like, yo, let's go to the other one. Wow, Maddie Horse.
Rolling and spinning and
Yeah.
shooting, and oh, she's gonna
she
get
got
her
a
own
rebound.
rebound. She's done that a few times tonight.
Yeah, and you got Buttonham LeBlanc now, which is a good matchup.
Pull up off
Oh,
the board and, or
nice.
sorry, the rim. Back the other way now. Come the Marauders in the corner. Buttonham blown by her defender.
Oh.
Drawing the foul. Heading to the line there. Good play.
And once again, I know there was contact, but that's a shot that you got to make as well, especially because it can get you tied with this Western Mustangs team. But
Yeah, that could have been a tying basket there, and there's going to be a timeout called here.
yeah, if you're the Western Mustangs there on your screen, I think you definitely are. Their Marauders are in striking distance, so you really have to bite down defensively, but you also got to get your offense rolling. This Western Mustang has so many options, so many ways to score, and it just seems like they're playing a little more iso ball, or they just can't get something going with this Marauders defense.
That was just what I was going to mention there, Maharis. And, you know, they come into this quarter out-assisting the Marauders by 6 assists. They have 10 assists coming into this quarter. And so far, all we've seen is ISO. And you know, a lot of these players have the capability to ISO, but again, think of their big buckets already off the start of this fourth quarter. Inbound pass all the way over to LeBlanc. Another one, it's just moving the ball. The Mustangs are great at moving the ball. I'd like to see them continue to do that as it's been successful up until this point.
And for the Marauders who are on our screen right now, I think experience and their ISO ball is kind of working for them with Olivia Wilson going against Tamiga, the fourth-year eligible player versus the first-year eligible player. That's just experience in OUA basketball.
Yeah, just use size, Maharas. At this point, they have their 3 bigs in the paint that they're comfortable with. They're comfortable shooting, and they're comfortable playing on that ISO. So, you know, if that's your comfort zone, and again, you've brought this back to a basket, 1 possession, 3-point game, I'd say stick at it.
Yeah, and if you talk about, I was talking about the two-headed monster with Gates and Buttonham, we're starting to see the third head sort of rise in Olivia Wilson. So it's sort of like a three-headed monster versus a 3-headed monster at this point. It's great basketball, Riley.
And we see now a 1-point difference, 54-53. Ladies and gentlemen, the playoffs are on the line for both these teams. So you know this will be an exciting second half of this fourth quarter, and good hesitation there by Curran working her way right inside, and oh, unfortunate bounce. She's going to get it back, reverse, also not going to go, but Mustangs are still going to be with
rebounds. Wow.
Emma Johnson, not going to go. I like that look, and uh-oh.
Yeah, you know, the intensity's high. You know, you got to go for every ball, even if that means getting a foul. And I'm not mad at any defender for doing that. You know, the Western defender, I think that was either Elizabeth LeBlanc or there's just so many people in there that, you know, that stuff happens.
Oh, it's high intensity basketball, Mars, and again, you can see it is all a good atmosphere on the floor here. None of these girls are mad at each other. They just all want to win this game.
Absolutely not. There is no love lost between these two teams.
Oh yeah, this is not a personal thing between either of them. This is more of a personal thing for each other. They all want this win.
And they're competitors.
Yeah, and they're competitors. That's the best way to put it.
Yeah.
And Emma gets caught up there, sending it over to Horst.
Yeah, that was a great switch on the Marauders, actually.
Oh, trying to swing it inside,
Nice.
and a little bit of a risky pass there. Gonna get
Risky
picked.
pass, but you know, sometimes you gotta take risks to reap the rewards.
And they get a 3. Oh my goodness. That is the first lead change since the first quarter. Marauders are up 2.
Yeah.
We'll see here how the Mustangs are able to respond here.
And
First
Maddie
deficit of the
Horse.
game, and it ends up being an ISO play as Horse tried to use a screen to just pop it in, but now Buttonham a chance to extend the lead.
And you see Olivia Wilson with the ball right now. Look for her to get a bit more touches.
We'll look to see the McMaster Marauders maybe slow things down a bit as they have the lead, and that shot not going to go there from Buttonham, so back the other way, Horse with it.
It's 2-on-2 right now, so Maddie Horse is best to get it up and go. Wow. And she was looking for the contact after as well.
A great play from Maddie Horse. Again, she's trying to take this game into her own hands, and done a good job so far.
And Maddie Horse, once again, is a player like Elizabeth LeBlanc who could just take over the game. We saw her take it over in the first, so she's definitely capable of doing that. And speaking of taking over, you got Elizabeth LeBlanc. Buttonham for McMaster. She's had an amazing second half of play.
Christina Buttonham, yeah, with that turnaround jumper, and she's really found her range. She was struggling in the first, but that is not the case here.
Well, that's what 5 years in the OUA is going to do to you.
And a foul going to get called there. Good play by Curran. That's something, if I were the Mustangs, I would maybe increase the intensity on those drives to maybe try to get a few more foul calls here as they're at their third team foul.
Or even just kick it. Like if you try to drive it in, you're going one-on-one against maybe probably 2 McMaster defenders because they're sinking inside. So maybe a kick out might be the best thing to go for.
Oh, for sure. And they're almost at the bonus here. Uh-oh. Big tip out. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Curran now. Not much time. Kicking it out. Johnson behind the arc just going to pull up. Wow, and she is close, but there we see Taminga.
That's a height mismatch with Taminga.
And that is a huge boards. LeBlanc inside and going to get it tipped out of bounds. There's 6 seconds here. Mustangs down by 2. 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go in this game here, Maharis.
Absolute nail biter here in Alumni Hall. If you're not here, you better be watching on TV because this is a close game and quarterfinals basketball.
Quarterfinals, and speaking of quarterfinals basketball, this game has been going quarter to quarter. So
yeah, that's true.
That's fitting here as not much time here. Inside, great
easy
play,
bucket,
and it falls.
Easy bucket.
Tie ball game, 58 apiece, 3 minutes and 45 seconds to go.
And this is where we start to see who has the most heart, who's willing to get that extra bucket, who's willing to do that extra thing to give their team the lead.
What a pass, oh, and the hezzy.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
Buttonham with the speed. They expected her to go up.
Oh,
yeah, right
wow.
to Wilson. Mustangs now looking to respond here.
Yeah.
Down by 2. In the
And
corner, she pulls up.
Why
and
not?
she
Why not?
splashes. Emma Johnson.
Why not shoot the
Do
three?
you hear the intensity in here,
It is
Maharis?
crazy. Electrifying.
That is a timeout called here. 3 minutes to go.
And if I'm both the coaches,
Oh my
at this
goodness.
point you gotta let the ladies play. Like you gotta let them play.
Yeah, I think these coaches might be biting their nails more than I am here, Maharis. This is back and forth basketball down to the wire.
And coming in, Western Mustangs had the top seed. And McMaster already had to play a game to come here. So I think, and this might be a very bold prediction, that maybe McMaster might have been a lot more ready than Western for this game because, like we said, Western had the bye. It's a little bit tougher to get in, especially when you have reading week. You know, you have all that time off versus McMaster that wanted overtime, a huge momentum shift for them, a lot of confidence built up that, yeah, we can beat anybody.
And I think that overtime is almost the crucial spot to think of there. Is they know what it's like to have your season literally
On the line. Yeah.
It is sitting there and you can see it. And we'll see who comes out and just rips
And
it away.
speaking on the line, a great OUA career for these fifth-year eligible players. Whoever's going home, whoever's in fifth year,
Oh, you keep your head high.
you keep your head very high. You played your heart out, whether it be Maddie Horse, Elizabeth LeBlanc, or Buttonham.
Well, what a game to go out on.
What a game,
neck
yeah.
and neck. The atmosphere here at Alumni Hall is just going through the roof here as we now see the Marauders trying to respond here, down by a mere point. Behind the arc here. Button for 3. A high bounce.
Oh, yeah.
Mustangs take it. Chance to extend the lead here.
Yeah, and look for them to slow it down a bit, waste a little bit more clock than normal just to get it and get a good shot up. Oh,
Curran
that's
in the paint, and it's going to be poked away. Sprawling out is
Oh,
LeBlanc,
wow,
but
okay.
it's going to be last touched by
By
her.
LeBlanc, yeah, I did not see that because it wasn't a good angle for us, but it sure as hell looked like McMaster got the last touch with 2 defenders there.
Wow.
But you can't argue with OUA referees. They are the
Well,
West.
he might have had a better vision than us there, standing right
Absolutely,
on the baseline.
yeah.
So 2 minutes and 40 seconds are all that remains in this game.
And
1 point is the difference.
You start to hear the Western crowd saying, "Protect this house," which is the Under Armour sort of logo. So they have to protect this house.
Shot there, good defense by Emma Johnson. And you can hear the crowd really is getting into this game.
Yeah, they are. Well, it's high intensity, as we said.
I can't blame them. Yeah, I can't blame them. 2 minutes and 23 seconds to go. Maddie Horst with the ball. She's got some time to work with on the shot clock.
Oh, and a foul?
And they're going to call a foul
on McMaster.
on Button.
Yeah, McMaster, yep.
That's their 4th team foul here, so look
Third.
for... I think they were on 3. Yeah, that was their
that's
4th team
yeah,
foul. So look for the Mustangs to continue an attack here because that can kind of be demoralizing,
Yeah, it's good for
especially in
the
a
bonus.
neck-and-neck game.
You got 1 foul to give, and you don't want to give it too early. There's still 2 minutes left. So good defense.
Emma Johnson now with it. Behind the arc, and
a foul,
she's
wow.
wow. Great play there from Buttonham.
Yeah, Brett Fisher, like we said, you got to plant your feet on those picks. You can't shuffle your feet. And if you shuffle your feet, the ref is going to see that. They're right there, Riley.
And Nate McKibbon there, really not too sure about that call. And I don't blame him with this much time left. You got to be worried.
Yeah, you got to bite your nails down a little bit and hope that your team can get the
great
win.
defense there. Oh no, and that is a bad foul to take here.
That's 2 shots.
That'll be the 5 and 2 shots there. Uh-oh. That's a chance to make this a 3-point advantage here for the Mustangs as LeBlanc's going to head to the line, and that's when you really don't want to give there, Maharis. You know,
Absolutely not, but it's still, even with 1 point, it's still 1 possession game. With 3 points, it's still a 1 possession game. The only difference would be is you had a chance to get the lead.
Oh, she really wanted that one, Maharis.
Yeah,
and
she did. So now it puts McMaster in a great position if she hits it that they only have the pressure of scoring 2.
And she'll get that one. So 2-point difference up on the board, 62-60. Under 2 minutes to go in this ball game. That's who you want to have the ball, Buttonham.
Buttonham or Gates. Tremendous
And
athlete.
Gates behind the arc.
Nope.
Uh-oh. Good play by Fisher. Now, I don't know if you're...
Yeah,
I don't know if that's the look here.
I don't know if that was the look there, but Gates thought she was wide open, and you know she knows how to score. She can score. So if I'm coach, I would want it in my shooter's hand, and Gates is my shooter. So
5 seconds of shot clock. Need to get something off here. 3, 2, 1. She just throws it at the net. Can't get it to go in. Oh, push off on LeBlanc.
So now Western has 4 fouls. They have 1 to give. Still 1 possession game, Riley.
Yeah, wow.
I know, there's nothing else that we can say but wow.
I'm watching the intensity these 2 teams have.
And it's been there since the first period of play.
Yeah, it really has. Again, like we've mentioned so many times, this has been a 1-quarter game. Each quarter, there's been 1 possession difference between the scores. So I don't see that being the difference. I think this is going to come down to whoever has the ball last.
Yep. Yeah. And the thing too is the 4th quarter's been an every minute game. It's been
my goodness.
Olivia Wilson,
goodness.
We've seen the emergence of Olivia Wilson come out in the 4th period of play.
Yeah, no, this has been her 4th quarter. This has been her, I don't even know how else to put it here. She's been shooting deep 2s consistently. And that's the key word here, consistently. They really have had a tough time tonight shooting the ball. Thanks to the defense, both teams have just been leaving on the floor, but Wilson's been hitting that.
Yeah, you know, there's not much to say. Both these teams have left it all out on the court, and we're just going to see who comes up in the final minutes. Is it going to be the McMaster Marauders that came back?
Not even final minutes here,
Final seconds, final seconds,
we're
maybe.
Down to the wire here. I think 1 minute and 2 seconds here is all that is left.
But it might just come down to like the last 10 seconds, last 24 seconds.
Whoever has the ball,
But we're seeing the emergence of a great Marauders team. coming from the overtime victory, you know, being game ready. They are ready to play, and it didn't go their way the first 3 quarters of play technically because they were down, but fourth quarter was a whole different story. Even the second half, and the Western Mustangs team, great first half of play. And it just seems that they're slowing down a bit. Maybe it's the fatigue from reading week. Maybe it's something else, but they have to bite down and win this game.
Yeah, well, they got 1 minute and 2 seconds to do it, as it is a tied ball game, 62 apiece. We got Emma Johnson over here inbounding the ball. And this is it, folks.
Yeah, and now you got Brett Fisher.
Everybody here's on the edge of their seats.
Yeah, you also bring in Brett Fisher now to go against Olivia Wilson, so we'll see how that matchup pats up.
Oh my goodness, what a drive there, as Maddie Horse explodes by her defender, and almost an and one there. I think the roof of this place would have just erupted had she hit an and one.
Yeah, even me, I have this tape in my hand. I just can't stop fidgeting because I'm so nervous for both teams right now. And it's definitely a nail biter, Riley.
56 seconds, and
I'm not too sure if there's a timeout or
yeah,
what
it looks like
this is.
maybe they're having a word here. TV timeout.
Maybe a TV timeout. But there's enough, like the crowd here tonight has been amazing, Riley. We see people from Hamilton
I said tonight already too. It's 12 o'clock today, so this afternoon.
It's definitely one of the earlier games we've had in OUA basketball, and it's great to see the Hamilton crowd sort of come down. It makes the atmosphere a little more lively, a little more intense, as we're saying, you know. So it's only a 2-hour drive.
It has been a very intense atmosphere, and you know, with the tie ball game, 56 seconds to go.
And maybe we might see this intensity rub off to the men's game as we're coming down to the nail biter here. I know that last year against Brock, the Western Mustangs men unfortunately fell on a buzzer beater, but hopefully this year's a different story.
Well, they're reversing Laurentian, so stay tuned after this game, folks. But that was a huge basket there for Maddie Horse. Make that 2, and that's a 2-point game here. 56 seconds to go. Another timeout will be called, as not only is the game on the line, seasons are on the line here.
Seasons, careers are on the line.
Careers are, yeah.
Well, not careers on the line, but I mean,
OUA careers.
OUA careers on the line. And we wish whichever team goes on to the semifinals, we wish the other team obviously all the best
next year, and
in academics and athletics. I think that's something that goes unnoticed, is that these are also students out here today, and a lot of them are in very grueling, let's say, health science programs or whatever their program is. They have to balance the life of being an athlete as well as a student. They call it a student athlete. Student comes first.
Yeah, exactly. And they're all here for their education and as well to play some amazing basketball here that we're getting to witness firsthand. So 2-point difference here. Marauders are really going to need to prioritize this next possession here.
And Western cannot afford to give them a foul and bail them out.
No, that is for sure here. And I think we're going to look to see them attack inside and force the Mustangs to make their next basket.
Well, let's see who they got. The Marauders have Gates, who can shoot. They have Buttonham, who's been, I think she's had a really good overall performance. And you got the emergence of Wilson going against less experienced Tamiga and Brett Fisher.
And she's done a great job at the big position of spreading the floor, because she can make those deep range 2s, and the Mustangs have been playing zone, so she often finds herself at a mismatch here. And we're underway here. 50 seconds to go.
And they're doubling Buttonham.
Doubling Buttonham, and in the corner, a 3. Ooh. Not gonna go. Mustangs fighting for that ball.
Oh.
It's bouncing around.
Oh, Buttonham got it back. Wow. That's a huge possession.
In the corner, behind the arc.
Oh.
It doesn't go. Another loose ball. And is that 2 free throws?
Is that 2 free throws for? It looks like it's 2 free throws for McMaster. Yeah, Sarah Gates is going to the line. Wow.
Oh my goodness.
That is not what Coach.
Oh my goodness.
And you see Coach Nate McKibbon just shaking his head. He's like, you know, girls, it happens. It happens.
Wow, these are some important free throws here. She's at the line. And no mistake on that first one. This is a big shot here.
This is a big shot for Sarah Gates.
Let alone a big rebound here for the Mustangs if she misses. And, it doesn't go!
Oh, no
Mustangs
bucket.
up by 1 here, 33 seconds to go in the game.
Well, the thing is there's still the shot clock on their side, so that's sort of their 6th defender on the floor.
Oh, Matty Horse, no foul, back the other way now. Come to Marauders, a chance to take the lead. They have basically the shot clock. They can wait it out.
They can wait it out for the last shot.
But they need to make it, though.
Yeah.
They trail by 1. Bunham now with it. 11 seconds on the game. Bunham going in. Kicking it out.
To Wilson.
Wilson in the corner now. They have 4 seconds. Mustang defense,
Oh,
they steal it.
what a steal.
It is over. The Western Mustangs win the game. Oh my goodness. Did it come down to last possession
or what? It did come down to last possession. You saw great defense. It came down to defense, like we're saying.
It did came down to defense. 64-63 is your final. The Western Mustangs continue to the semifinals.
So, huge win for our program. I know it had been a couple years since we had made it into the top 4 in Ontario. You know, we came in with a lot of expectations based on our record from regular season, but we knew that didn't mean very much. 7 or 8 Ontario teams have been in the top 10 all year. Like I said, McMaster was defending national champion and incredibly well coached by Teresa Burns and her coaching staff. But for us to win a close game on our home court in front of our home fans really sent us with a lot of confidence going into the next round. Great way to finish off the game. I thought we drew up a nice play to get the last shot. We missed it, but came down and had just an outstanding defensive stop. They couldn't even get a shot up. We stopped them and stormed the court for really a big win for our program, and especially those that have been around for a couple of years. Like I said, McMaster had sort of been a stumbling block, and some of our fifth years had never been to a Final Four in Ontario. So it couldn't have been happier for an outstanding group of young women, and I'm hopeful that that game will push us even further in future years as we got a little bit of taste of playoff success, and obviously we want more. So a great game for us, and I really appreciate you guys coming out to support.